Hello everyone, I am Silver. It is actually Monday, December 6th, the 5th when I'm recording. A quick welcome back must go out to all returning viewers. If you did tune in last time and decided to come back, I really do appreciate it. I just want to say a quick hello to any new viewers. I am pretty social. You can find me on Discord as SilverD, #8858, and on Instagram as @SilversKnitting. Now, I do have a lot that I need to talk to you about this month, so please grab your drink of choice, your crafting, and away we go. Today I'm actually drinking a, Kamatra Mendeling, which I believe, yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Anyway, it's part of my 12 coffee sampler that I've been opening as part of my VlogMas, hence the title. I'm gonna actually change out the blinkiness later, but I wanted to show you the decorations that I have behind my desk because it's literally all the decorating I've done since the beginning of the month. But this hat I've had since high school in the handbell choir, and the lights, I just kind of like them, and they're blinky. I know they're kind of annoying. Let me see if I can find a solid setting for it. I don't think there is. Otherwise it's like this. I can do that or that. So yeah, I think I'm gonna turn the lights off now. Anyway, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and take a couple of sips of coffee and we'll move on to the next segment. Stay. Anyway, one more sip. Now, in this episode, I do have FOs, or finished objects. I do have whips, or works in progress. I do have X's and O's, radio, GaGa, Silver's book pile, Silver and the case of the screen time, my favorite things, the more you know, and the end of the road. Okay, guys, I need at least one more sip, apparently, of the coffee before I get going. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will see you in the next segment. Okay. Alright, let's talk FOs. I managed to finish 4-ish things since the last time we talked. The first thing is what I call the Merry Holiday Socks of Silver. This is actually number 15 here. I have them all ready to go to the recipient, so I have to make sure not to show the papers on screen as to who they are. But anyway, I also do have a pair, the pair number 6 of the same series. I'm doing 9 of them, so this is number 6 right here. They look very similar. I did very well with these 2 pairs of getting them to match, and the recipients don't really care if they match. So anyway, I'll go ahead and I'll put that there. Let's talk about what the pattern is. I've actually created a vanilla toe-up sock pattern that I'm kind of using on them. It's basically a vanilla sock with a heel flap and gusset heel. Gusset heel like that. Sorry. I did use the Candy Cane colorway by West Yorkshire Spinners. I used a size US 1, which is a 2.25mm on 9-inch circulars for the majority of the sock. I did use 2 16-inch circulars for the heels, toes, and the cuffs, just to give myself a little bit extra room, because purling takes a little bit more torque. So anyway, this is actually being housed in this whole project. All 9 socks are being housed in my holiday cat bag by Molly Klein Design. I really love this bag. What's in the bag now is the one for the next project, so I still get to cast that on. Should get on that, seeing as, yeah. Anyway, the next thing that I finished was what I simply called Mark's Cowl, because that's pretty much all it is. It's a modified version of the Upstairs Downstairs Cowl by Paula Fazell, I believe is how you pronounce that. Instead of the reversible like eyelet pattern, I did do stockinette because that was a request by MDI, actually, believe it or not. I did use Miss Babs Yaza and like this random green color. Oh my gosh, come on, light. It's kind of true to that color. It's a little bit darker. There's too much light coming in right now. That's usually how it is at this time of day. Anyway, On that, I did use a size US 7, which was on 29-inch circulars, I believe, for that one. I cannot remember. They're the Smart Sticks one. I think I've got them like right here. Or did I do something silly, like put them away? I did. I put them right away. Yes! For once. Anyway, I did house this in my blue TARDIS bag, but I did a stock knitting, which happens to be buried in there somewhere. The box next to me, anyway. The next thing I did finish was what I'm calling a cubed blanket. I did do 7 of them, so 1 regular one. And then I have 6, so I can show them all off at once, 6 of these squares as well. And all the ends are woven in, so I'm excited about that. Alright, let me put those aside for now, and I will go ahead and see you in the next segment. Alright, let's talk WIPs, or works in progress. I have 2 that I've been working on that I didn't finish. The first one is what I call simply July's stripy socks in my coffee bag, also by Molly Klein Designs, because of course I have a coffee bag, right? The first sock on this one has been done actually since July. The other one's been slowly getting a little bit of work every once in a while. The last time I think you saw it, yes, according to the stitch marker, was literally in the middle of the heel flap. I managed to finish the heel flap, and now I'm on to the gusset, and I haven't touched it. The intention for this was to work on the gusset and the foot while I was at like Thanksgiving and what we call Pie Day the next day, kind of gatherings with the holidays, and I didn't end up needing extra because of the cowl that I also needed to finish. But anyway, I just brought this in case, and I haven't worked on it since Wednesday before Thanksgiving, so about a week or so. I should probably get back to that. I need to finish this. That's going to be one of my goals, I promise. The next thing that I have been working on is what I am calling my semi-planned scrap blanket. It's this baby here. Let's see if I can figure out where I was last time. I have multiple markers in here. Anyway, I was all the way down here. I have done all the way up here. It's a huge blanket, you guys. This marker right here is where this one. That's actually the start of VlogMas and the VlogMas colors. So if you have been watching, this is day 1. This was day 2. Day 3 was this blue. I don't even know if you can see it here. This blue. And then this was yesterday's. Today's is Follow the Butterfly, which I don't even see that color in the middle there. That's day 5. Hope I didn't spoil anyway. Not really. I'm sure this is going to be up long after that. Anyway, I'm going to put that colorway in today, and then I'm hoping to start casting on the next sock in that series that I mentioned before. But either way, like I said, it's being very somewhat planned, somewhat not planned with the minis. I'm using it as an advent calendar type deal where I'm just I have 25 minis in a bag and I'm picking one every day at random. Today was Cynthia's pick, so it was pretty much fair. I am using my G hook, which is actually a 4.0, I believe it's a clover hook. Had this thing for so long at this point. I'm not surprised that it's starting to get dull. Anyway, like I said, I love this blanket. My hand's kind of hurting from it, but I'm going to keep on working on it and getting this mini in today and try to keep myself caught up. Yes. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and take a drink and we'll move on to the next segment. I'm actually going to switch cameras while I do talk about my X's and O's and the rest of the segments, so you can just kind of see me working on my crochet blanket as much as I possibly can. Anyway, let's definitely talk X's and O's. Well, I did finish a painting since the last time we talked. I simply just called it Waterfalls. It was a pretty large painting. It's being, it was very confetti heavy, so it took me just shy of a month, I think, which normally most paintings, if they're like snack size, can take so much less time. Anyway, I'm actually currently working on 3 different paintings, although technically one of them is an empty work in progress, as he's taken over the the painting of it. But the first one that I'm talking about is what I am calling my snowman painting. It's just what I'm using during Advent. I'm working on 1 segment out of 12 every day. I'm going to show off the progression pictures of that painting so far, up to today's progression, or what I worked on yesterday actually too. So, all right, we're going to see that here. Okay, and the next thing that I am working on is called Faces of Fairy 132. This is a painting that's licensed by Diamond Art Club, so that's my first from DIC, or Diamond Art Club. The artist is called Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I really like their work, to be completely honest. It's a fairy in a Santa hat, so it's perfect for the season. I'm hoping to finish this one by the end of the month as well. It's a pretty large painting. It's 20 inches by 20 inches, so about 50 centimeters by 50 centimeters, I believe is what it's called. It's pretty square. It's awesome. I have gotten 1 entire segment done, and I'm working on the second now. I started this on the 1st of December, so not too long, not too far behind my goal. My intention was to try to do 1 square a day, and then, you know, self-imposed goals, right? The last painting that I'm going to talk about, actually, let me show you that. First, before I do that, let's talk about the painting itself. I'll show you what my progress of the Faces of Fairy is. Here. Got distracted by my own yarn. Anyway, the next thing, the next painting that I've been working on, actually, I did do about 1/8 of it, and then I decided to do the Faces of Fairy starting on the 1st, and then NTI ended up taking over the remainder of the painting. So I'm going to show you that progress now. You guys, I absolutely love these paintings. It's kind of weird to have multiple painting whips going on at once, but I kind of appreciate the fact that, like, one painting has a lot of blue in it and one has a lot of green and red, and so it's like a balance of colors that are going on. The custom painting, the one that I showed you that MTI is working on, is going to be a picture of Mario that I really like. I'm going to show you the picture of what all of 3 of these paintings, as I've mentioned them in order now, so that you can see all of them. And while I do that, I'm going to go ahead and grab another cup of coffee, and we will move on to the next segment. Radio Gaga. Okay, guys, this month I'm going to admit a lot of my time I have spent mostly listening to my 80s playlist of music, some 90s playlists. I believe I listened to Fleetwood Mac, their greatest hits, and then a few others. A lot of what I've been listening to this morning was actually The Greatest Showman, which I really, really like, obviously. It's one of those things that like gets me going and ready to go. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the next segment. Okay, let's talk Silver's book pile. Let's be completely honest. A lot of what I have read since the last time we talked have been smutty romance novels, to be honest. So I'm not going to mention them all by title. The rare exceptions of those, I had to go with a few. Most of them were series, let's be honest. But I did finish the shoot, what is it called? I did finish Dragonfly and Ember by Diana Gabaldon as well as Voyager, so I did pretty good with that. And I have actually started Drums of Autumn, also by Diana Gabaldon. I'm also currently reading a holiday smut collection, I guess you can say. That is what I'm currently reading. If you would like to see exactly what I have been reading, I'm going to put, there's going to be a whole list under my goals for the year on Goodreads, and I'll link that in the show notes and down below. Like I said, there were 26 books that I read a total of this month. I was a little bit busy trying to read and all that, so I'm probably going to try to do a bit better. There's a lot of books that I want to both read and listen to coming up in this month. Trying to finish up a few goals before the end of the year. And then I will hopefully have a pretty good pile of books that I want to read even into the new year, but I will explain a little bit more about that later on. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on to the next segment. Okay, let's talk Silver and the screen time. I have been pretty much in front of the electronic babysitter, if you will, for a good majority of the month, to be honest. I have started binging through 911 and 911 Lone Star again, but I also picked up Once Upon a Time as well. I think I'm on season 3, almost season 4 of that. 911 and 911 Lone Star, I kind of let go by the wayside, let's be honest about that. I only remember watching one movie this month. It's a movie called 10-Inch Hero, which is actually a movie with Jensen Ackles of Supernatural in there, and his wife, Jenna, I think is how you pronounce her name. I'm sorry, I'm really bad with names. But yeah, I kind of enjoyed that movie. He plays a punk dude that falls in love with like the pretty cheerleader type, which is cute. It's cute. It's not really a holiday Hallmark movie, but it's close enough. Anyway, I highly suspect that's actually where they met each other or slightly before that. So anyway, I am gonna go talking myself into so many rabbit holes today. Anyway. In terms of podcasts that I watched, I did watch a GGKCS, and that does include CC's VlogMas episodes as well. I did send her a little gift exchange, well, not exchange, but I did send her an advent calendar, which she's been opening, so I am, to be honest, by the time I sent it, I forgot what order I put all the minis in for her, so it's kind of a surprise for me too. Oh my gosh, my memory is like a sieve, you all know that. Anyway, I've also been watching The Knit Girls. I've been catching up with Stitching the High Notes. Criminally Creative had an episode. I am still way behind on my list of podcasts, mostly because, well, it's now VlogMas time, you guys. Obviously, you heard it before. So I've been watching a lot of people do their VlogMas vlogs. Nitty Natty for one, Meditative Crafter, as I said, Cece has hers up. There's a few others. I think I'm still catching up on day 2. So I'm hoping to get to the rest of the list today, and maybe tomorrow I'll be caught up and enough to go ahead and start watching podcasts again. Who knows? Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and put the project down. Obviously, I'm in the middle of a cluster right now. I'm going to go put this down, and I will go ahead and move on to the next segment. Moving the stitch marker up here. This started roughly about here before I started talking. So I'm going to go ahead and put the marker there. And then I'm going to put this aside. As I said, we're talking along stuff. Be right back. The more you know. Okay, let's talk a cowl breakdown. There's a lot. So if you've got your knitting and crocheting or whatever, now's the time to pull it out. Basically, let's talk first off the Stripe Along 2021. Well, at some point last year, I realized that I was down to about 3 more skeins of Desert Vista Dye Works stripey yarn, as I had enough stripey yarn to get through a full year if I continued to knit 1 pair a month. I actually decided to start an along for those who like stripes of any kind, really. This month is the last month of the along. Sad to see it go, but we've had a lot of fun, right? Anyway, all year long we have been using hashtag SDL Stripe Along 2021, wow, on all social medias. You would think I would know that by now. The rules are basically simple. Anything that you finish in 2021 with stripes will count. You must either be a member of the Silver's Dreamland Discord or Facebook group. If you don't use either, just please make sure you use the hashtag, or you can even @ me on Instagram. I'm at Silver Streets. This way I know to count your projects for this along. You do have until the 31st of January or possibly the 1st when I finally close that. I'll both be closing it on Facebook and on Silver's Dreamland. I won't count anything on social media after that, sorry. So make sure you get your FOs in. Oh, and a quick reminder with this, do make sure you go by on either one of those platforms or even on any of the social medias. Make sure you like or, heart the projects that you really like. There's going to be a bit of a prize and a surprise with that coming up when I announce the winners at the end of the year. Just saying. Anyway, back to the along details. Colorwork, Fair Isle, stranded colorwork, double knitting, intarsia, all of those count. Stripey socks, whatever. As long as the colors you use are bright and cheerful. I mean, they don't really have to be bright and cheerful, but do you. A few notes for this along. You can actually enter your project multiple times. There is actually no need to enter the FO multiple times or post it multiple times. Basically, as long as you notate how long it took you to complete each project, I will actually comment with the correct post numbers for you as well, so that way you get the right number of entries into the drawings. If you started and finished the project in 2021 at all, anytime, you can actually enter your project a total of 2 times. If you started and finished the project in 6 months' time, you can actually enter it a total of 3 times. If it took you about 3 months' time, you can enter it in about 4 times. If you started and finished the project in 2 months' time, you can actually enter your project a total of 5 times. And if you actually did like me in a few cases, if you started and finished the project in 1 month's time, you can actually enter your total 6 times. So, yay! All right. You want to know prizes, right? Well, there are a few on the desk, and there are a few behind me. So, yeah. Anyway, In terms of digital prizes, we do have a pattern from Pat, who is Only Hiker, on both Ravelry and on Discord. She has offered actually one of her lovely patterns. You can actually look at her patterns on Lovecraft or on Ravelry. Links will actually be in the show notes or in Discord as well, and in the box down below. Alright, so from West Yorkshire Spinners, we do have a colorway called Fairy Lights. It's very, very sparkly. I'm kind of distracted by it. I'm not gonna lie. And with it is a matching pattern for you. Okay. We also do have 200 yards or 100 grams of merino wool rather, from the Fiber Tree. Isn't that gorgeous? Like, I really wish you guys can see this in person. The pictures that I took did not do it justice. I'm going to tell you right now. It's perfect. Might be good for a hat, possibly. I believe it's a DK, according to the label. I don't know. It doesn't tell me. I'm sorry. Wish I knew. Anyway, and also, to go along with that, there's going to be there's going to be one winner of a blanket that was actually made by me. You do have two options. Option 1 will be here. And option 2 will be here. The winner will actually get to choose which blanket they want. So, yay. Alright, who entered FOs in the month of November? Well, I Now Hour, Linda C., Meditative Crafter, and Wall Central. So congratulations everyone for posting all of your FOs. I have loved watching those come through. Oh my gosh. You guys put me to shame again this month. Let's be honest. Alright, anyway, okay, let's talk the Dream Along 2021. Okay. Let's be honest, everybody and their mother was dreaming of saying goodbye to that year that will not be named something fierce, especially by the end of it. I kind of want to do the same with 2021. That's another story. Anyway, I honestly thought of possibly casting on projects or finishing projects that I have been dreaming about starting or finishing, or things that have just been in my mental queue for a long time, or actual physical queue of things to do. Yeah, I've been literally dreaming about finishing them and just getting them off the needles, out of the queue and whatnot. To this end, the Dream Along 2021 was born. It has been running all year. Like I said, this is also the last month to get your FOs in, so make sure you go ahead and do so. We are using the hashtag SDLDreamerAlong 2021 on all social medias. There is threads also in the Facebook and Discord groups. Okay, so the rules for this are pretty simple. Anything that you finished in 2021 will count. You must be either a member of the Silver's Dreamland Discord or Facebook groups. If you don't use either one, that's fine. Please just make sure you use the hashtag, or you can even @ me on Instagram. I am at Silver's Treats. This way I know to count your projects for this along. Word of warning, I'm not really on Twitter, but if you have been tweeting at me all year, I'm so sorry. I'm going to have to write myself a reminder to go ahead and check that. This video will hopefully be a nice reminder to future self. Okay, I'm just crazy. I'm sorry. I'm going a little mental. Alright, so the main idea I had for this along is to basically start and finish things, like I said, that have been in your mental queue or on your Ravelry queue for forever and just haven't gotten up the gumption to do so before. Or you've started it and it just kind of has been sitting in your UFO bin or your unfinished objects bin for forever. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Even Star. You have been in my queue and in my you should finish for way too long. However, anything that you finished in 2021 will count. Anything at all. A few notes. For this along, you can actually enter your project multiple times. This is actually based on the length of time the project has been in your queue. There's no need to enter your FOs multiple times, basically as long as you notate for me in that post how long it's actually been marinating regardless of what status it's been in. I will actually comment with the correct post numbers for you. That way you can get the right number of entrants into this drawing as well. Okay, so if you have actually started or had this in your queue for more than a year, you get 2 entries. If it's been 2 years, you can enter it 3 times. If you started this and finished it like a 3-year period, it's actually 4 entries for you. If it's been 4 years, that's 5 entries, yeah. And if you had this in your queue and it's been, you know, marinating for 5 years or more, you can actually enter a total of 6 times. Yes. Sorry, I feel like I have to like toddler the number for some reason. I digress. If you've actually started or had this in your queue, here's the kicker: if you had it in your queue longer than 10 years, you can actually enter it 10 times, which we had somebody do. Okay, you want to know about prizes, right? Okay. The first one is actually from West Yorkshire Spinners in the Starry Night colorway. I'm trying to catch the sparkle of this one as well. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm kind of jealous. I need to get one for myself. And you'll also be getting a corresponding pattern with it. It's a lacy pattern. Let's see if I can. It's called Comet by Winwick Mum. In case anyone wants to just grab it on their own, they can. It's absolutely gorgeous. Also with this, there's another prize of Wet Sonic circular needles. These are a size US 5, which is actually a 3.75 millimeter. It is a soft cable. They're 24-inch cables. So, figure I'll show them off nice this time. And also, there will be a winner's choice of a blanket crafted by yours truly. There is option 1. And option 2. Now, a quick reminder, just make sure you come by and you're liking all the posts that you like, all the pictures that you like throughout the whole year. It doesn't just have to be in the past month, as long as you've done it throughout the course of the year. Anything on the hashtag, anything, well, social media wise, or on our Discord or Facebook groups. Because that way, I'm going to be giving away a prize for the ones that are like highest voted and the people that have voted. So, okay. Now that I'm done being goofy, who entered FOs in the month of November? Well, we did have Emily R, I Now Hour, Linda C, Meditative Crafter, and Walsh Central. So congratulations everyone for putting all of your projects in. Oh, I have loved watching these come through. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's talk Pride Along in 21-22. Okay, so the details of this, we started this along on Monday, May 17th, 2021, which was the International Day Against Homophobia, Biphobia, and Transphobia. And this is actually going to run until the end of next year's Pride Month, which is going to be the end of June 30th of next year. We're going to use a few hashtags. If you'd like to be all-inclusive, you can use the hashtag PrideAlong2122. If you're making sure I can see it, definitely use hashtag SDL PrideAlong2122. If you would like, you can use our co-hosts and our designers and everyone that's participating, their hashtags as well. I'm going to be putting them in the description box below, and I'm also going to be reading them off. We do have MC Pride Along 2122, also GGK CS Pride Along 2122, also AK Pride Along 2122, as well as WS Pride Along in 2122. So if you want to use any or all of those, that'd be awesome. That way I can definitely find your posts. All right. So easy ways to play. If you knit the progression shell by Karen Risinger, which I'm going to put up now. Or you can actually crochet the Quick and Simple Granny Shawl by Hannah Owens, which is here. You can also use any pride colorway. This does include, but not exclusively like rainbows. You can include like gender fluid, intersex, trans colorways, etc. If you happen to knit, crochet, stitch, diamond paint, or anything of any pride flag, it does count. If you use like blocks of color to represent the flags in a shawl or in other items, all of that does count. So you know, if you use a pattern with the word pride or proud in it, it does count as well. If you include the name of the design, the designer, and a possible link to that pattern as well, that would be awesome. That way others can go ahead and get that pattern for the along as well. You will also get double entries if you happen to knit the progression shawl with a pride colorway of any kind. You could be like trans, whatever. You know what I mean. A pride colorway. Or you can actually make one of the pride flags of any type while crocheting the quick and simple granny shawl. Both of those will count you for 2 entries each. So I did put a couple of examples of those, I believe, in the threads on Discord. I haven't to do that yet on Facebook, and I think I put them up on Insta too, so you can see them. Just make sure you follow me. I'm at Silver's Treats. At Silver's Knitting. I just changed that recently. Oh my gosh. Anyway, basically also anything with rainbows in it counts as well. Like literally anything with rainbows in it. Okay, you're here for the prizes, right? Okay. Let's first talk about the digital prizes we have. Cece and Dammy of Java Pearl Designs have actually offered their wonderful Catch the Rainbow socks as a prize to one lucky winner every month. This pattern can actually be found on Etsy or on Payhip. I will link both down below as well. So you know, no, I haven't been awarding it. I am so sorry. I'm going to do that in the first of the year for all of the months so far. I just keep forgetting to pull it, and I'm sorry. Cece and Dammy have also donated a free pattern of Cece and Dammy's every month, basically, as well. This is going to be the winner's choice. All of their patterns, again, can be found at javapearldesigns.com/patterns. Again, this is one I have not pulled prizes for. I'm so sorry. Also, per quarter, I'm going to be giving away a copy of my Proud to Be Me shawl pattern that, like I said, will be giving away one per quarter. I still have to draw that. Again, sorry. It's been a busy month, guys. I'm so sorry. Also, Mercury Zelda has offered one of her wonderful paid patterns per quarter. Her shop is at mercurialknits.com/shop. Like I said, all of these digital prizes I have not pulled for. It's on my list. Anyway, let's see. Also, Mercury's going to be giving away 2 of their wonderful patterns that will be given away at the end of the along. All right, so we do have a bunch, as evidenced by my pile here, of physical prizes that I'm going to be giving away. The first is from Cher and her hubby of the Meditative Crafting Podcast. They are one of the hosts of the along. They're actually going to be giving away a board game called Arch Ravels to a lucky winner. So I will show you a picture of it here, as I don't have it physically with me. There's also going to be a skein of Desert Vista Dyeworks yarn in the Mother of All the Zombie Queens, which is actually an 8-striper. I love this color, you guys. I'm trying to get like, ooh, here it goes. It's very sparkly. Yes. The next thing we're going to be giving away is a skein of yarn from Nice and Knit in the Times Square colorway on their fingering base. I love all those colors. Let's see. Also, there's a skein of yarn from Sweet Georgia Yarns in the Rainbow Sprinkles colorway. Isn't that awesome? I'm jealous. Like, every one of these I need to buy for myself. That's how awesome they are. Let's see. We're also going to be giving away 2 sets of rainbow stitch markers from Adorn Knit. Stephanie has actually given 2 for us to give away, so 2 lucky winners of that. Let's see if I can. There we go. See a rainbow, big rainbow mark, progress keeper, and there's little stitch markers to go with it, I believe. If I remember correctly, these are good for socks for socks and possibly small shawl needles. I don't remember. I'm so sorry. I'm going to put it back in the little, each of these comes in a little mesh bag, so I'm going to make sure that they stay that way. We're also going to be giving away a set of a large rainbow progress keeper, this one right here. And then there's a bunch of markers for larger projects, and there's also one that has a little charm on it. You see the little heart charm? I love that. It is super cute. I'm getting better at showing these, you guys. I don't want to take them out of the box, out of the bags, because I know I'm going to lose them if I don't. So I'm going to put it right back in the mesh bag for this one as well. All right, let's see. We have, oh goodness, the next thing that we have we're giving away. Lost my train of thought. Okay. Rick from Whimsy Designs has actually donated 2 sets of what I am calling a Rainbow Pride Sheep Enamel Pin. This guy here. And come on, right side up. Thank you. And a progress keeper that has a unicorn on it. There's 2 of these sets that are going to be going out to 2 different winners. So go ahead, put that down for now. Rick has also donated what he's calling, well, what I'm calling a combo raid or a Rainbow Pride bag, and there's a progress keeper from his shop as well. I use mine like all the time, but love this bag, you guys. Hello. Alright, and the last thing that we do have from Whimsy Stitches is actually a set of 30 rainbow silicone markers that you can actually use as progress keepers, or not on your projects or anything like that. Let's see if we can. The rings. And with that is also going to be this progress keeper. It has a rainbow on it. I absolutely love this. This is actually, so you know, it is a silver clasp, like an earring back. I love that. Oh, absolutely adorable. There's also going to be a crochet pride shawl that was actually made by me. This is the Quick and Simple Granny Shawl by Hannah Owens. 4 times. Into a stole type shape. Which I absolutely love it, you guys. And I have been forgetting to mention this, but I'm actually going to be giving away a physical copy of the book that's called A Wild and Precious Life. It's a memoir of Edie Windsor. I absolutely love this book, and I bought a copy for y'all. So lucky winner will get that. So you know, if you'd like to go ahead and donate a prize, please PM me directly, either on Discord. You can do that also on Instagram and other places as well. And just let me know that you'd like to go ahead and donate a prize, and I will add you to the list. Now, if you don't want to do that over social media, you don't have to. I do have an email address, which is silversdreamland@gmail.com. Okay, I have a few other alongs to discuss, but I need to go ahead and clear off my desk a little bit. I will be right back. And through the magic of editing, you won't even know I'm gone. What the heck was that laugh, right? Okay, y'all, let's talk upcoming alongs. Now, the lights blinking should probably give you a bit of a hint what I'm calling next year's along. The crafty along, rather. It's called You're Not the Boss of Me. I like those blinking lights. Without the blinking lights at the end. Yeah, you get it. Anyway, no real rules for this along, so you know, for next year. This is going to be running all of 2022. Gosh, it feels weird saying that already. Basically, you just enter your FOs as you go. It doesn't matter what type of craft you do, as long as you finish it. It still counts. Now, here's the thing. New this year, any whips that you're working on, you can count them as an FO, as long as you have done either 6 rows, 6 stitches, added 6 diamonds, basically anything in terms of 6s. As you probably know, or probably don't know, I'm going to be celebrating my 6-year podversary this year, so I thought, hey, let's use the number 6. Anyway, I'm going to be using the hashtag SDLBossAlong, AL 2022 on all social medias. There will be threads on Discord and the Silver Stream podcast group as well on Facebook. So you know, This is actually being co-hosted by Cher and David of the Meditate Craft podcast. So make sure you show them some love. Come in the Discord group, say hi. Or our Facebook group too. It's fine. Alright. You want to know the prizes, right? Well, I do have a Boss Baby diamond painting. I'm going to show you the blank side of this. I'll show you a picture here. With this, if you're not a diamond painter and would like me to, I will go ahead and do this painting for you and then send it your way framed. So it's a very good frame. I'll put a picture of the hopefully finished project here, and also giving away the badass embroidery kit by Louise Maylis. Again, if you don't need a point or don't embroider and don't want to try it, you can definitely let me know and I'll do this one for you as well and send it your way, of course, framed. Okay, now the grand prize. Give me 1 second to flip the camera for you. So for this along, like I mentioned, we do have a grand prize. You see it in front of me. The first thing that's going to be included, if you are a knitter, is going to be a 16-inch circular knitting set. They are sized anywhere from 0 up to 13. You can see the different cables. Those are all 16-inch circulars. Or you're going to be getting a 45-piece crochet hook set from the Cottage. I think is how you pronounce that. It does include all of these accessories. Either way, the accessories are going to go. It's either the crochet hooks or it's going to be this going with it. Also included with it going to be these awesome minis to go with it. It's going to be like a scrap type blanket. That is actually by Mira Handcast. So, yay! Quick note, if you would like to go ahead and donate a prize, please PM me or you can email me directly at silversdreamland@gmail.com. And I will add you to the list. Alright, I'm going to clear my desk and we'll talk the last unlock in just 1 second. Okay, let's talk the other new along we have going on. If you've been in the Discord group, you've probably seen this already, but we have an along that's actually going to be for our reading whips. We're calling this the Taming the Pile RAL. Basically is an along to help us keep ourselves reading and reading the books that we really want to finish in 2022. The idea is to read a minimum of 10 minutes every day, no matter what it is that you read. Like audiobooks, media, social media posts count, blogs, online and offline comic books, they all count as well. I don't really care what you read, as long as you read in 10 minutes. There will be new FO threads that I'll be putting up in both the Facebook and the Discord groups once a quarter. If you would like to participate in your own social media, I am so sorry. What you'll have to do but what you'll do is if you can go ahead and just say, hey, this is a new book for me, I'm finishing it, whatever. If you'd like to participate on all social medias, just use the hashtag SDL Pile Taming 2022. I'll put the hashtag down below and actually on all social medias and on the website as well. Just so you know, that might require a little bit more creative finagling. I haven't quite figured out all the details of social media yet. It's a work in progress. I've got a month, right? Anyway, 4 prizes. Anyone that reads a minimum of 10 minutes every day for the entire year will actually be entered into a drawing for 2 gift cards to Amazon and 2 gift cards to the Webs online store. For every 10 people who enter the read along, both on Discord and on Facebook, I'll be adding another gift card to each type of each locations to the pool of prizes. So it's all gonna be digital this time around. Basically, if you'd like to go ahead and donate a prize to this along, again, just PM me directly or DM me on Discord, or you can email me directly at silversdreamland@gmail.com. And now with that, I'm going to move on to the next segment after I take a drink because I kind of need one. All Alright, we have come to the end of the road. I am pretty social. You can actually find me on our Discord board, which is Silver's Dreamland Podcast. I am SilverD, #8858 there on Discord. On Facebook, Silver's Dreamland can be found at www.facebook.com/groups/Silver's Dreamland Podcast. Yes, I know when you do a search for Silver's Dreamland Podcast, they're on the Facebook platform. There are two, the group and the page. I own both, so you're good. If you follow the group for all updates and long updates, that'd be awesome. Quick note about the private Facebook group. You do need to enter 3 different questions, as I'm trying to keep spammers out of the group. The first question is, what episode am I up to? Well, today is episode 111, so there's that. Also, second question, what is the name of Silver's son, Mario or Mario the cat? If you don't remember these answers, that's fine. Just do a quick note on these answers. Just notate that for me. Chances are you'll be into the group, but you do, however, need to hit the group rules and hit agree. The rules are simple and absolute in my eyes when you answer the questions. You just have to agree to be nice and not talk people, that kind of thing. Just be nice. What is so hard about that in today's world? Anyway. When episodes go live, the notifications for that sometimes do bounce onto the page as well, so if you want to follow both, that's up to you. On Instagram and on Twitter, I am at Silver's Knitting. I do tend to read through all messages as soon as I possibly can. If you happen to not hear from me within 24 hours for some strange reason, I'm taking another Instagram break or whatever, please feel free to email me directly at silversdreamland@gmail.com. As always, everything that I do talk about can be found in the show notes, which is at www.silversdreamlandpodcast.com. If you haven't done so already, please feel free to subscribe and hit the bell down below. This way others can find me in my own little corner of YouTube, and you can actually be notified when I post videos. Okay, I have rambled for long enough. I know your time is valuable, so please feel free to join in any discussion, or you can even start your own on the Silver's Dreamland Discord or on the Ravelry group. I don't bite, I promise. If you're feeling generous, please feel free to click the button below this video. It really does help my channel out. Until next time, happy crafting! Y'all, my desk is an absolute mess. If you would see what's in front of me, there's more down here. This is what the alongs do. Complete mess. It doesn't help that I also have, I don't know if you can see it, but I have like paintings being flattened over here too. So that kind of limits my space. Anyway, this is what I mean. Got all the other little mini stuff going this way and everything. It's all right here. Anyway, taking time for a snack, y'all. Just so y'all know, this is the hat I was gonna wear. It's a little distracting. I don't think I can balance it on my head that long either, but I wanted to show it off. Anyway, time to get going with the podcast, y'all.
Just so y'all know, this is the hat I was gonna wear.